All right, guys, welcome. We're going to talk today about discipline. There's all these hypotheses. Every time I watch a society crumble, there's the exact same hypothesis. One of the first ones is discipline. When I was a kid, we had a 2-foot 1x4. And I mean, this thing was sanded down, it was lacquered, and it was for hitting kids. We were hospitalized, which was not, nobody was going, oh man, this is the house where they're mean to kids. This is the problem house. This was a completely normal thing. Your principal would hit you, the preacher would hit you, the doctor, of course, was free to hit you. I don't know if I ever experienced that, but adults were hitting kids. My grandmother, I think I said, the bad word that I said, I think was fart. I didn't even pull out a damn. And Grandma hit me at the top of the stairs. She didn't matrix me to the bottom or something like that, but I landed at the bottom though. This was not the first time Grandma had struck somebody with the back of her hand. She had some skill. She had a heavy pimp hand. And so every time one of these cities starts to crumble, one of the first hypotheses is, hey, my parents hit me and I came out great. But this next generation, the parents held back. They didn't discipline their children, and now look. And so we're just going to try to get past some of these things. Your telephone, your discipline, the chemicals in your meats, steroids in your meats, didn't kill your kid. Your dead kid is using these things to find a way to put its body into the ground. It's not vice versa. These hypotheses are the same every time. And it's frustrating because you want to say, hey guys, you had plants and animals. You said, hey, let's be real modern and let somebody else grow those things. A pound of meat's 100 pesos here. I don't know what that is, $1.50 or $1.60 or something like that. It's not, something that we worry about right now. In America, a pound of meat might be $10. If you're feeding a couple of people and half of that meat is going to disappear because they're injecting water and potato starch into the meats so that it'll hold on to water so they can sell it for more at the butchering plants, that $10 might be something to worry about. Here though, why would I grow a chicken? Doesn't make any sense. If I grow a chicken, now I've got to, go and manually kill a chicken, then I have to boil the chicken, then I have to take all the feathers off of the chicken. That's a lot of work, dude. So we're going to go for a cost-benefit analysis and say, a time-benefit analysis and say, yo, dude, an entire chicken that weighs 4 or 5 pounds is 300 pesos. That's like $5. Why on earth would I buy feed to feed chickens where I live for 4 months until I had a chicken? There's not going to be a cost benefit to that, and there's not going to be a time benefit. I can just walk into the store and say, Here's $6. Give me a fat ass chicken. Done. But when these societies go, hey man, we could just buy fruit at the store, they break at that instant. At that moment, they break. It's not the moment we stop disciplining our children. It's not the moment that cell phones and tablets and Chromebooks came in. There was a news story where parents were trying to opt out of forced Chromebook usage for education. Each time these parents are hypothesizing, and it's beautiful they're trying, but it's so frustrating for me to see these people, one country after the next, say, hey, we're modern. Unfortunately, so many of them are modeling their new society after America. Unfortunately, our media is everybody's media. And I'm saying ours as in Americans only because I'm from that continent. I'm not ashamed of the continent at all. I'm ashamed of everything America is doing. We're Appalachian. We tried to secede. We had about as much luck as the Indians. They slaughtered us, and so we identify as something else, but on the low for sure. It's not been an easy relationship, hundreds of years of oppression. You don't want to go into an American court as an Appalachian. It's just not going to work out for you. Unfortunately, these people did this, then started evolving super weird. The boys looked like girls, the girls looked like boys, just all kinds of freakish stuff. Great big fatties and no jaws, and then they decided, hey, let's focus on these people up in the mountains. So they came up into the mountains and said, hey, you're going to start paying us in the city taxes on property you've owned for hundreds of years, and you're going to start growing your kids according to our standards. And unfortunately, 150 years ago, some Appalachians said, the fuck we are, and they dispatched a couple of them. And that really started a rough patch for us because we weren't trying to get good at, murdering humans like the people down in the cities were. We weren't set up. We weren't set up for that at all. We're still evolving. So for us, watching you guys in each city, as you guys separate, starts to die, and then you're making these hypotheses every single time we're walking in and going, hey guys, you got rid of the plants and animals there. It's not going too good for you. You don't need pills. Pills kill. Pills have side effects. We're going to fix one thing and cause 2 or 3 more things. We're going to cause cancer. We're going to cause something super fucked up. We're going to cause your body to attack your body by taking this pill, when we could just fix everything by putting the plants and animals back in. And instead, those people are going, boy, look at this stick with his dumbass ideas. I wonder if it's the discipline. I wonder if it's the steroids in the meat. Every single time we see the exact same patterns and excuses. Super frustrating to watch, guys. Your dead kid is going to die, is going to find a way to put his body inside the soil because your dead kid's body is measuring for his species energy. This is an automated function. It has absolutely nothing to do with you, who you consider yourself to be. You've got 2 halves of you. One half of you has more control. The silent half that you would consider to be the subconscious, the right side of the brain, the right lobe, the right hemisphere, has more control over your hands. You're doing shit all of the time that you're not aware you're doing. You're setting items and then going, who the fuck put this here? You put that there. Your body is taking, your brain lobe, taking control of your body and doing things. It's giving you ideas that align perfectly with what's best for nature. We consider ourselves to be this one amazing, this one amazing being, the center of the fucking earth. And that's not the case. We are a hive. Humans are a hive, not just with all the other humans, but with nature. Very beautiful. These guys are loud as fuck, but they're selling vegetables. Those vegetables were grown on a very small farm with no chemicals. And if you want to see how those vegetables are grown, you can just go ask that dude, hey dude, can I come check out your cool little farm? And he'll say, fuck yeah, it's over there. It's super important to reconnect to your food sources. Your food sources are not in a life cycle. So the food you're eating, your food's job is to, give you a little bit of carbohydrates and fiber. The more important job is to return microorganisms. Every day you poop, 10 billion microorganisms. You start out with a bunch, 10 billion, 10 billion, 10 billion, 10 billion, 10 billion. You've got no microorganisms. You need to buy a pill in order to get a boner. You need to buy a pill in order to be satiated when you eat food. You need to buy a pill to be happy. You need to buy a pill to feel content. You need to buy a pill to sleep. I think they doubled back. Oh no, I think the neighbor's just buying some vegetables from, and they've left the loudspeaker running. Gotta love this country. Let's just describe it real quickly. You're supposed to be pooping, this is the arrow, pooping into the soil. The soil is the human medium. The soil has sugar because this plant has been turning sunlight into sugar. Blows my mind every time. What the fuck? That plant has evolved to turn sunlight, just sunlight. It's not mixing two things. It's just making sunlight into sugar. We didn't have this readily available carbohydrate where we could just go and buy a sacco. This wasn't this, we didn't have granular hanging out, but this plant wouldn't be able to put that in the soil any goddamn way. And so over the billions of years we evolved together, this guy has figured out a way to make sunlight into sugar. Now he doesn't need much of this sugar. He's making almost 100% of this sugar to put it into the soil. What for, you say? This guy puts the sugar in the soil, you put the donor microorganisms in the soil, warm, moist place. I think I said dry yesterday. Warm, moist place, sugar, microorganisms, boom, we see a genesis, 10 billion turn into hundreds of trillions of microorganisms. This soil is going to appear to almost be moving. You pick this soil up. It's going to be moving around because there's all different size microorganisms. The ones on your eyeballs when you look up at the sky. You can see them. They're moving around, but they're not pathogen. They're not dust. They're not lint. They're microorganisms native to your eyeballs that are caring for your eyeballs. fascinating, beautiful. You need a microscope, not of 10 times human eyesight, 1,000 times. That's how tiny they are. And it's our job to care for these guys. And as 10 billion are leaving us every time we go to the restroom, it's our job to have a pathway for these guys to get back to us. If your veggies are being grown at a farm, not by human hands, not by human fertilizers, there are no microorganisms in that food. Your gastroenterologist, when you're having problems, I got tummy problems, go to the gastroenterologist. He's going to say, eat every color of vegetable in the store. And then he's going to pat himself on the back. He's going to get a big old smile. He's going to straighten out his tie. He's just done the goddamn thing. He went to school 9 years, and now he's just done the goddamn thing. Every color in the store. Except none of those have any human microorganisms. This is a big-ass field that we are destroying every single year. We're using this soil as a growing medium instead of respecting this soil as a living thing. If we were to grow corn and then leave that corn there, and just pick the corn, those corn stalks would be soiled by the next growing season. But the soil would be full of nutrients, microorganisms, nitrogen, because those stalks stole the energy borrowed the energy from that soil. So if we take the stalks somewhere else, go, oh man, we got to get rid of these shit stalks. Where's the landfill at? Now that energy's gone. Now we're going to say, hey, we've got to rest this soil for a short period of time because there's the nitrogen's all gone for some reason. I don't understand what happened. You weren't supposed to take those things somewhere else. If you lived there, your job was for you and the animals to eat the corn and then shit the corn into the soil. Doesn't go anywhere. It's at the same place. You can share some corn with your neighbors. It's a great idea. They're probably going to share something with you, though. So we've got this beautiful balance still. They're just going to shit it at their house, and we're going to shit the tomatoes they gave us. I'm not going to help neighbors that don't ever help us. That would be stupid. That's going to be a two-way street. Beautiful community effort. But we're maintaining microbial life inside of this soil just the same. We're maintaining our nutrients. If to grow that stalk of corn, we had to steal X number of calcium, magnesium, nitrogen, and phosphorus, now that stalk falls down and all of those nitrogen, all of those energies just return to the soil. And we're going to poop the fruit, the meat of the plant back into the soil, and we've stolen nothing. This is a circle not just of microorganisms, but of every single beautiful vitamin and mineral necessary to grow all of these things. None of it goes anywhere. It just keeps going in a circle. Nothing is ever missing. It's so very beautiful, people. It's so very beautiful. The chemicals that make your child stable, content, happy, motivated, playful, all of those beautiful chemicals come out of the butt of a microorganism. If your child is pooping into a water treatment plant, all of those are being murdered. All of those donors that are supposed to go into a soil and explode in numbers and then return to you when you eat the fruit from the trees and the animals you're growing, they're all dead. They're all dead. And the water that you're bathing yourself in, that has chlorine, chloramine, bromine, forever chemicals inside of it, is murdering the 1,000 species that live outside of you. And as you're eating things with these now chlorinated hands, you're showering in chlorine, you're washing your hands in germicide inside of your soaps, everything, all day, every day, applying things that kill, what it says right on the bottle. I kill 99.9% of all microorganisms. That's not supposed to be great, guys. That's not supposed to be great, guys. That's not supposed to be something you're trying to do. You're trying to kill a pathogen, which is 0.000 of the microorganisms, but you're killing 100% of them to kill that one pathogen. But guess who protects you from the pathogen? Guess who protects you from the pathogen? The microorganisms you killed. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's doing a good job? Who's doing a good job? We have to rejoin the life cycle, beautiful people. This don't got nothing to do with disciplining your kid. Are you going to need to discipline this dumbass kid now? Yeah, for sure you're going to need to. For sure you're going to need to discipline this kid. If you've got a kid that's not living in its life cycle, the body is going to throw a switch that makes this kid want to get into the soil. Why is he going to get into the soil? His body is going to carry calcium, magnesium, nitrogen, phosphorus, the last of his microorganisms, everything into the soil. This is a 911 emergency. We've got to get fewer consumers and more soil. We need to turn humans into soil, which are then going to turn into plants, which will then sustain the remaining, We're going for, your body's going for balance. Your kids, oh God, this is why I'm blazing. How stupid was that? I forgot the fan, nice people. Your kid's body is not stupid. It's trying to find sustainability. It's trying to find balance. It's trying to find sustainability again, guys. The point of your child murdering itself is not, oh no, we've just got bad humans here. This is the end times. This is the normal path. The elephants are fine, the giraffes are fine, the bobcats are fine. Every other species on the face of the planet, either we are making them extinct by taking up too much space, or they're fine. The only species that suddenly has all these genetic defects is doing one thing all at the exact same time. You're throwing up this wall at different times and then saying, I don't know what's happening. My dad beat the shit out of me. Maybe we should beat the shit out of these kids. That's just the wrong thing. That's not a metric. You're not going to do anything with that. Is it dumb that we're not disciplining our kids? For sure, but it's simply a sign of this thing that repeats itself in every one of your cities. Every one of your cities that we observe that has these plants and animals growing has no problems, genetic problems whatsoever. Then you guys throw up this wall, you get modern, and all of a sudden the exact same thing happens, and the same people are sitting on four birds on the wire saying, oh, it was my kid, my dad beat the shit out of me. We gotta start beating the shit. Why aren't they beating the shit out of it's the chemicals in the, It's difficult to keep watching the exact same patterns and then the exact same dumbass hypothesis, and then us saying, hey guys, we don't have any genetic problems in the first place. Our chicks still have huge, beautiful, full lips, little tiny short things, huge, beautiful, full butts. There's no love handles, none of this. There's chins, everything is normal there. The others, look, the other city that still has the plants and animals, the chicks look normal. The little boys don't look like little girls. Nobody's trying to mate with the same sex. Everybody's normal. All we have to do is take this barrier down and stop having this relationship, cyclical relationship with the water treatment with goddamn chemicals. I shouldn't really be having to say this. Nice people. Antibiotics. You cannot open a fucking package and eat food. The reason that food's okay in that package is because there's antibiotics. That antibiotics murder any potential microorganism in that package. When you put that in your body, they just keep doing that same job. They go down in your tummy and they murder the microorganism that makes your kid happy, content, motivated, smart, everything, nice people. It's just a goddamn microorganisms. It doesn't have anything to do with discipline or, they're 100%. There's zero microorganisms in your meat. The nice thing is America supposedly checks for antibiotics in the meat, but nothing else. So everything else you're eating has antibiotics in it, and it's sneaking in. The lobbyists are in there. Chick-fil-A used to have signs up everywhere that said 0 antibiotics ever. They just took those signs down, guys. They just took those signs down. You do need to be scared of those things, but that's not what's causing your body to make this prime decision. The prime decision to put your kid in the soil that's the biggie, guys. We can fix everything. We definitely have to stop eating that crap from the supermarket. Even if you're shopping on the outside, that's just chemicals, guys. If you go to a developing country and eat vegetables, you're going to go, oh, fuck is this? This is amazing. Whatever it is, if it's a carrot, if it's a tomato, whatever it is, you're going to go, God damn it, I need more of this. You're just going to start eating carrots. I keep making this salad over and over. I need to eat a stew right now. There's something called an ancestral stew that every culture has just made for thousands of years that makes microorganisms in a pot. Your grandmother had a cast iron skillet. It had pores in it. There's microorganisms living in the pores. She has a wooden spoon that's 50 fucking years old. There's pores in the wooden spoon. The microorganisms, the donor microorganisms live in that spoon. When your grandmother cooked for your kids, everything was putting microorganisms in there, and then those microorganisms were eating the protein inside of this. The reason that the ancestral stew has 5 veg and 5 meats is because we're trying to feed 1,000 different species that all have different dietary needs. They have different appetites. If you only eat one thing, even without preservative, you're going to kill off 900 of the species because they only eat one thing. If you put 5 meats and 5 vegetables in a cast iron pot, a 50-year-old cast iron pot, and stir it with a 50-year-old wooden spoon, those 1,000 different microorganisms that your child doesn't have because he shit them all into water treatment plant are now in this soup. But even if this kid is pickled, straight up pickled, eating preserved foods all day, the microorganisms are living in the pot. They're exploding in numbers inside of the pot. They're eating their different food, and they're producing all of these beautiful chemicals that we need. Nitric oxide, serotonin, dopamine, T3 and T4 and T5 for your metabolism, GLP-1s, the fluid in your cranium that needs to be swapped out 100% every single day and isn't being swapped out at all. You're all walking around with acid on your brain, and you're all walking around with anxiety, and you're saying it's because of the news is scary. That's not the case. You have shit in your brain right now. Your brain is literally sitting in its own waste. And that's why you're anxious all of the fucking time, amazing people. We can clean all this stuff up. We do have to go backwards a little bit, but not in our ideology, not in our philosophy, not in intelligence. We just have to go back to fostering these microorganisms. There's a life cycle that has to happen in your yard, that has to happen in your child's food. If you start whacking your kid with 1x4s, my butt hurt when I said that. I'm old as fuck, and my butt hurt when I said that. That wasn't fun. It wasn't just our butts either. We were black and blue. The whole back side of us is black and blue. That was fucking lumber. That wasn't, a switch from the goddamn tree. That was shit you build a house out of. That was framing material. That was not fucking okay. We don't need to go back to that. Abusing children, breaking kids' bones. That's not going to benefit us, guys. It's right here. You get those energies back. Get it back in the bowl. Get grandma back in the goddamn house. If grandma's not around, let's get some old family members back in the house, or just grab some old people and tell them, hey, I need your old ass hands, your old ass wrinkly hands making my food. I need you to touch it. I need the donor microorganisms from your hands to be the thing that gets inside of my kid and heals my child. We need that 50-year-old cast iron pot. We need that 50-year-old wooden spoon to go into that soup, guys. This was all magic. This was all so beautiful. And now we've got PFAS on disposable cookware with no place for these microorganisms to chill out. Guys, we can cure this. The reason why your kid doesn't give a fuck about you or your its grandparents is because it's programmed not to receive protector-provider information. We separate the generations the second we break the gene. Beautiful people. And they say, hey, screw you guys. If we divide you guys up, it's easier. If we have a cold snap, an animal attack, if we have anything, and you guys are divided up, for billions of years it's been easy to dispatch you and maintain and return the sustainability. There are no bad people, guys. There's only bad mathematics. There are no bad people. There's only bad mathematics. Every human for the last 300,000 years has had the exact same genome. So you're capable of everything that any human being is capable of for 300,000 years. Whoever you're judging, my kid is a dumbass. That's your kid, dumbass. If anybody shares your genes, it's that dumbass. Anybody on the face of the planet, you're going, Hitler's a dick. I'm not arguing that for sure. Kill that guy quicker. But anything anybody is capable of, you're capable of. There are no bad humans, there's only bad mathematics. This guy can be triggered into being a mass shooter, but he can be triggered back out of it by simply removing a separation from these guys, returning to your life cycle. A mass shooting is simply a panic in this need to reduce the number of the species. Your body isn't counting the globe. Your body is counting where you live. If there's no energies there, we're going to see a mass shooter. We're going to see a bully. That's not a bad kid. You've just fucked up this poor kid's genetics. Not permanently. Your genes are fluid. They'll change, they'll evolve in response to the energies if you just put them back. Beautiful people. Guys, that's my time. I gotta get back to work. But you guys are super important to me. I'm gonna do this again real soon.